Let me write this down. And we're starting a little late, Dan.
I know.
It's all right. Everyone will forgive you. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. What's your name again? Here we go. Ow.
You gonna shut the air conditioner off?
Huh?
Air conditioner?
It'll be all right. Nope. Hey, that's us. Welcome back, guys. On today's show, how does being whiter make you cooler? And another TikTok challenge gets kids in trouble. And Oreo makes the news again, Dan. I know your favorite topic. And with Halloween approaching, watch out for ghost poops. I did say ghost poops. All this and much, much more to discuss here on Deacon Live. How are you? How are things? How are things going? And over to my far right-hand side is IT Dan. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Nice to see you. You wear that MTV shirt.
You like my MTV shirt?
Yep. I remember I was working for the cable TV when MTV came out. 1980.
81 is when MTV started.
Yeah, and the first song was "Video Killed the Radio Star"
Correct.
by the Bungles, and I remember we came out and then we had the technology back then wasn't that great in 1981, and you couldn't get MTV in stereo, so you would come and we'd put a splitter at the people's house, and then you would put a hook it up to their stereo, run a line to their stereo, and they would have to tune to channel 96.7, and then they could listen to it in stereo.
You can watch it on TV and no delay on the stereo?
No delay.
Oh, so it's kind of like being at the movie theater, the old drive-in movie theater where they had the screen up and you had to some drive-in movie studios would make you tune in because they had a low wattage antenna, like 5,000 watts where you could tune it in on your car and then run your battery down and everyone's stuck in the parking lot.
Yeah, and when I went to drive-in, we just had that speaker that ran with the cord, and I saw some kid running with a bunch of drinks and get clotheslined. It was funnier than anything in the movie.
Now, Dan, it is the middle of the year as school started, I guess is what I'm saying. So everyone's back in school. Everyone's, arguing about masks. They're arguing about I'm still working from home. I want my kids at home. I want my kids in school. Each county, you've seen all the stories. You heard all the, is it good for the kids to go back to school? Is it not good for the kids to go back to school? Now, me, it is, my wife wants me to go back to school. And I say that tongue in cheek. It's my 30-year anniversary for high school. And
damn, you're old.
And for those of you who don't know, we broadcast just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And we sit on about 22 some odd acres here. We have horses and cattle and chickens and dogs and cats and all the stuff in between.
I think you should go back as long as you don't have to go to Florida or Texas.
Well, I went to high school in Florida, so I'm like debating. And as Dan knows, I'm not vaccinated, and that doesn't mean anything to anyone right now as far as me going down there or not going down there. Let me go back to that screen. But my question is, I don't want to put myself in harm's danger or harm's way. And second of all, I don't really care to see anyone from my high school day. Now, granted, I was not popular in high school, but everyone knew who I was. I was the weird kid or whatever. I don't know how they look at me now. But my wife was like, go down there, see some of your friends, get out there. You can't just sit here on the ranch, which is what we call our property, which is part farm, part ranch. You can't just sit here and I'm not just sitting here, babe. You can't just sit here and do all this, your radio stuff and your podcast stuff and all the stuff that you do. You go out and be, basically she's telling me, stop being a loser, go out there and be a human.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the risk and reward, for going down to Florida, which is a hotspot with COVID.
It's very hot. Now that doesn't bother me, but again, I don't want to put myself, it's always in the back of your mind. So let's do it this way. So the flight down there, I think round trip, she found a flight for like $278 round trip. And that's from Charlotte Douglas all the way to McCoy, which is the Orlando International Airport. So that's a good price, round trip, one person. Then I have to Uber everywhere because I'm not going to have a car. So, I mean, throw another, $300 on that. Then to buy the tickets to all the events that are going on. It's a 4-day event now because no one can decide on when to play the damn homecoming football game.
When was the last time you talked to one of your friends from high school?
Like physically on the phone talk to them?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into details, but I know there's a lot of friends out there that I never talked to in high school, but I see like posts on Facebook and these like, I'm the only one out here. I don't feel good. And when I see that, and a lot of my friends from high school know that I've reached out to them, and I physically would call them on the Facebook. I'm like, hey man, you okay? Hey, are you doing all right? You want to talk through anything? I'm here. And he's like going, holy shit, I didn't realize you would call. I'm like, man, when you post stuff like that, I can't take it anymore. I can't do all this stuff. You start to panic. I mean, not that I knew these people personally, but I knew who they were. And Amy was like going, what are you doing? I'm like going, hold on. I'm talking to someone. And I would check up on them, make sure they're okay, and make sure everyone's good. But when you see those kind of posts on Facebook, so when you say, when's the last time I talked to someone? Not like in a casual manner. It's always been someone that I knew posted something that was like kind of like, I'm at my wit's end. I don't want to be here anymore type situation.
Okay. Yeah. See, we had a gang of about 7 kids in our neighborhood that all hung around together. We played baseball, football, watched, listened to records and things.
Right.
And there's only 2 of us left, me and Jimmy. My friend Eddie, I would call him every single day and talk to him. He died in beginning of 2019, January 2019. But I would call him and keep in contact with him. I've lost touch with Jimmy. Last time I called, he's changed his phone number to a cell or something. I don't have him. So, but there's nobody in high school that I keep in touch with or could care less about going to a reunion.
And for our listeners out there, they don't realize that Dan's a little bit older. What year did you graduate from high school?
I graduated in 71. And actually, I do have a couple friends, from Kathy's grade, that we still keep in touch with them and see them, some of her girlfriends. 22 year difference between the two of us. So when you say you can't get in contact with them and then people are dying, they're not dying, I don't want to say because of something. They're dying because they're getting old. None of these have died from COVID.
Okay. But so when you ask me if I've reached out to anyone, no, I other than the Facebook stuff and like the click and like and the comment and the happy and the sad and the likes and stuff, no, I haven't really talked. I literally sat down. I said, you know what? I haven't wanted to there's not that like a group of people saying, I want to see those people. Now, I didn't do the 10-year anniversary. I didn't do the 15. I didn't do the 20, the 25. Here we're coming up on 30. And it's not even like, not that I don't want to see anyone, but it's like, I can't think of anyone that I can say, oh, I really want to see this person, or like an ex-girlfriend or anything like that. It's not that type of situation, because I was like, I'm good now. My wife goes, well, that's debatable.
Well, here's a question for you. Is this why you're on that macaroni diet? Because you're trying to lose weight to look good for that reunion?
No, it's the Mediterranean diet. And I said to my wife, because she was all ready to go. We were all pumped up on a Sunday afternoon after a couple cocktails. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going. I'm doing it. I'm going down there. And Monday morning, I'm like going, God, I was thinking about the money, the $300 plus the flight. And then the $175 for the whole bonus package, and then for me to eat and all. I said, babe, it's going to cost $1,000 for a 4-day weekend to see people that might remember me, might not remember me.
Yeah, and my own, it's a COVID hotspot, and I'm hotspot
and a hot pit too.
Yeah, and I'm vaccinated, and I wouldn't go to Florida. That's just me.
So what's the latest with you, Dan?
Well, yesterday I had to take my wife to the doctor's.
Is she okay?
She's got all kinds of issues. 100 different health things. We could take 2 hours talking about them.
Right.
But, she had to go down for a blood test. And the last time we were at the doctor's, we scheduled 2 appointments. And the girl goes, yep, I got him 100%. You're taken care of. We went down. She went a blood test appointment, went there, went to the doctor's. And they go, we canceled your appointment. This is after she fought them the last time she was down there. And she goes, what about my husband's appointment? We canceled that.
So you went all the way down there and both...
Yeah, an hour drive.
And both appointments are already canceled?
Yeah, and they canceled, and I didn't have a text message, an email, or anything.
So what was the reason behind that?
They said that the nurse that does those is not working for him anymore. She quit, and they're not replacing.
The whole entire planet, or the whole entire workforce is quitting. So How did they contact you to verify your?
They said that they called and left a voicemail, and I looked on my voicemails, and I did not have any from that phone number for them. I got up my phone and
Dan,
showed it to
how many
the girl.
voicemails do you get per day?
I probably get about 6 a day because it's from telemarketers call, and they just, you get the voicemail and it's nothing. You play it and there's nothing.
And what was
on
the
it,
reason
so.
behind it? I mean, were they able to get anyone in, you or your wife?
No, they couldn't get either of us in. They set up new appointments for us at the end of November. November 23rd.
Total waste of time.
Yeah, total waste of our time. And then, and I said, this is the 21st century. You sent me a text message confirming it, and it says press yes to confirm.
Actually, it says press Y.
Yeah, we press Y to confirm, and I did that, and my wife did that, and she goes, "Well, that's not from us. That's from another office." And I said, "How can you have the technology to send me a text to confirm something, but you don't have the technology just to send me a text saying it's canceled?"
How about this? Pick up the phone, dial 704, whatever your phone number is here in the Carolinas, and then
if you don't get a hold of somebody and you get a voicemail, call them back a second time.
They don't have time for that, Dan.
Yeah,
they don't have time for that. All right, but we appreciate all the time that you guys are giving us right here on Deacon Live. Stick around. You ever seen those markings on the trees? It's getting closer to Halloween time. I'll tell you what those markings on the trees are when we come back. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
Did you see me yawning?
No, if you hide it, that's fine.
No, I didn't yawn.
All right. All you guys watching us on Facebook and Twitch and our Facebook fanbook page, stick around. Actually, we'll post this whole video. Make sure you follow us on all your social networks and all that stuff. Thank you guys. Take care. The show's still going on, just not